This video tutorial will take a look at solving a quadratic equation by completing the square that has no solution. Let's use completing the square to solve x squared plus 6x plus 10 equals 0. When we use the strategy of completing the square to solve a quadratic equation, we need to get our ax squared and our bx terms alone on the left side. We will subtract 10 from each side, leaving us with x squared plus 6x equals negative 10. We have successfully gotten our ax squared and our bx terms alone on the left side, which is what we want. Now we can complete the square. To do this, we will take half of our b value, which is positive 6, so half of positive 6 is positive 3, and square it. Positive 3 squared is positive 9. So we add this to make our left side a perfect square trinomial. What we do to one side of an equation, we must also do to the other side. We can simplify negative 10 plus 9 to negative 1. Now that x squared plus 6x plus 9 is a perfect square trinomial, we can factor it as such. Factored, it will be x plus 3 squared. To undo the square on the left side, we will square root. What we do to one side, we also have to do to the other side, so we will square root both sides. We see on the right side that we are going to have to square root negative 1. Unless we are using imaginary numbers, we cannot square root negative 1. So in this instance, this will indicate that there will be no solution. So anytime we have to square root a negative number, this will result in no solution. Let's look at another example. X squared plus 2x equals negative 8. In this example, we already have our ax squared and our bx terms alone on the left side, so we can proceed. We will make the left side a perfect square trinomial by completing the square. We will take half of positive 2, which is positive 1, and square that. So positive 1 squared is 1. We will add 1 to the left side to make it a perfect square trinomial. What we do to one side, we must also do to the other side. We can simplify negative 8 plus 1 as negative 7. Now that x squared plus 2x plus 1 is a perfect square trinomial, we can factor it as such. Factored, it will be x plus 1 squared. We have to square root the left side to cancel out the square, and what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side, so we will square root both sides. We see again that this results in having to square root a negative number, which we cannot do unless we're using imaginary numbers, which we are not doing at this point. So, because we are square rooting a negative number, this tells us that there is no solution.